Now from Circulus Digital Media, this is Digital Download on Wish TV.
2022 starts with a hot job market, strong consumer confidence. Digital ad spending seems to be thriving, but business owners and marketers all kind of need to know, well, what's next then? We know a guy, Nelson Spade, General Manager of Circulus Digital Media, Wish TV's full-service digital agency. Thanks for being with us.
Always a pleasure.
We talk a lot about trends. We'll be doing that in the months and weeks ahead for sure. What drives the direction in 2022?
Well, 2021 was a big year. There was a huge shift in consumer behavior and how people interact with media. A bigger emphasis on data learning and using data to make decisions in your advertising and marketing, amongst other things. So the month of January, we're going to concentrate on trends in different spaces, things business owners should look out for in the new year. For today's conversation, we're talking about digital ad spending. And the first trend is that digital ad spending is going to grow 50% over the next 4 years. And it's driven by a lot of things, continued rebound of travel and auto sectors, projected strong retail spending, amongst other things. When we get to 2025, the United States digital ad spend is going to be over $300 billion.
From zero not many years ago.
But it's 75% of every dollar in the United States.
Yeah.
The second trend that is related to that is that programmatic ad spending is going to become the gorilla in the room. Now, we've talked on Daybreak. Programmatic is the way in which we buy ads in real time based on data on behalf of our clients. It's already a significant chunk of the industry, but being over 90% of digital display and video ad impressions in the next 2 years is where we're going to lead to.
And maybe two gorillas.
It's a few gorillas.
You mentioned growth. That perks up the ears. What drives that?
What's related to driving this increased ad spend is this pendulum continuing to shift to advertising-supported OTT.
Okay.
At the end of the day, consumers want flexibility in what they're watching and the ability to choose what they're watching. Tubi, Pluto, the recently released Paramount, all advertising-supported platforms are taking market share and continuing their growth. 200% growth in 2021, a pretty significant increase. So this pendulum is shifting. By the time we get to 2025, $160 billion will be spent in this space. Now, going back to what we just discussed, $300 billion annually, that's more than half of the U.S. ad spend in the market.
So that's a near-term, long-term outlook. Gaze into the crystal ball a little bit more. Predictions for the year ahead.
Predictions for the year. So our team at Circulus, we put our heads together. We came up with two trends we feel pretty comfortable with. The first is reporting and data insights in the OTT space is going to become better this year. It's going to take that next step of evolution. Secondly, we think there's going to be a new player in town. We talked about Paramount being new to the market this year. We feel there's going to be one more advertising-supported system that makes its debut in 2022.
Sounds like you know something. He always knows something. That's Nelson Spade, the head honcho at Circulus Media. We appreciate the perspective, the look ahead. If you always have any questions, you can contact Nelson. Contact at circulusdigital.com. We want to know what you need to know, and Nelson will fix you up. Get through those acronyms and those pieces of advice and expectations for the year ahead. More trends.